you were the casting director on Johnny Bravo.
That's right. That's right.
Among other things. Why don't you give us some other amazing, famous cartoon shows you may have cast that people might have heard of?
Well, besides the Fairly OddParents,
I
you
know
know,
you
one
did.
of the most famous.
That's what you did. I know. You were there the day. Do you remember the day we were at Nickelodeon, but it wasn't the building in Burbank. It was I remember auditioning. It was at the North Hollywood building before they built the studio. It was this crappy little ugly building.
Oh, yeah. It's so vague. I forgot about that.
It was a little ugly
place.
building.
Yeah,
It was on, I think it was on Riverside, or maybe not Riverside. It was like on Magnolia. Anyway, in the heart of the valley by Lancashire.
Yeah.
And people came in. I remember Tara Strong came in to audition for Timmy Turner. We didn't pick her.
Right.
Her name was Tara Sharondoff at the time.
Yeah, Tara Sharondoff.
Tara Sharondoff, which I love that name.
Yes.
But we ended up going with Mary Kay Bergman. And then we had Daran Norris come in. Absolutely. Suzanne Blakesley. And Gray Delisle came in.
And Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had such wonderful audition. I mean, really great people. It's funny enough, who I remember the most casting is Suzanne and Daran.
Really?
Because I remember laughing at how I wanted somebody a little cheesy sounding for the part. And like Daran really embodies that. Kind of he has the way he could, do that.
Daran's actually made of cheese. No one knows this. He's a human cheese monster. Yeah. We should call the cops about that. There's a cheese monster roaming the streets. But I never even met Daran until then.
No. I know. I guess I had worked with him on something before. So obviously I knew him. And I kind of liked the way he had this character that he did. And I thought, he would be really funny for that part. And the same with Suzanne. I had just recently worked with her, and I thought, she would be really fun against Daran. And you start thinking that way when you're casting. It's like, all right, here's that voice. If I like that one, which sounds good with it. Yeah. And I just thought they came in and were hilarious together from the start.
I remember going. Actually, you'll find this interesting. I remember going back to my home in Encino where I lived, and I had a cassette tape of all the auditions. But I kept going back to Gray Delisle. Because Gray was so good. I was actually going to give Gray the voice of Timmy and Wanda and Vicky. I was going to give her all three voices.
Wow.
And I was like, I can't do that. Because
she auditioned for all three?
She auditioned for all three.
Okay.
And she was so good, but I kept going, if I give her all three voices, and then she can't show up for work or something, or maybe she moves out of town or something. I'm like, then the whole show hangs on her. So I was like, I can't give it all to Gray.
You have to think about that stuff sometimes.
As talented as Gray is, so we ended up giving Gray, Vicky, and Suzanne, Wanda, and then Tara, and then the rest is history. Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah,
you helped me cast that show.
But when you cast Daran, he was more of the radio voice, right before the high pitched Cosmo. Right?
Yeah.
He was more of a kind of a Phil Hartman guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Phil Hartman.
He kind of had that cheesy part of it that I loved. I thought, oh God, he's so perfect for this part.
It was.
With Daran and Suzanne, with their chemistry, did you ever do like a chemistry read? Do you ever do that kind of thing when auditioning voices?
No, I think we'd figure that out when we're listening back. And they might have, did they audition together?
They may have. I remember
put them together.
I remember we actually auditioned in like a room. It wasn't like even a recording studio. It was like a
conference room.
It was a conference room.
Yeah.
And there's not even a microphone. They just came in and read. And we cast them across a conference table. It was one of those real and who would have known the show would have gone on for 20 years.
Oh my God, Butch, it's so cool. It really is.
It's amazing.
So
I know. Well, thanks to you with your amazing casting.
Well, I mean,
now what? I had something.
I mean, you do a few things on that show.
A little bit.